Welcome to Blacksburg, Virginia, home to a team that brings this lunch pail each and every game, the Virginia Tech Hokies. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the fourth-ranked team in the land, the Virginia Tech Hokies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Hokies will put total leather and we'll get started. Fielded in the end zone, it's West. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Down here for the offense. With jet sweep pass. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
Makes the grab. It's Belling. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks in a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
On third and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. And it's picked off. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it first down at the 39. And this defense wanted to get off the field on the opening drive, keep the offense from establishing momentum. They did better than that. They took the ball away.
Yeah, you got to set the tone, right, on defense. Early in this game on the opening drive, you're trying to kind of draw a line in the sand saying, look, this is who we are.
Oh, look out! Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. He makes a grab. Can't quite cross the plane to get to 6, but they'll have the first down. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. And the Hokies have it with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
To the air, it's Drones. He wants it all. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Hokies.
After that touchdown, the crowd here at Lane Stadium is absolutely going crazy. This is one of the great environments and best fan bases in all of college football. Exit light, enter night.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it out. It's West. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again.
Makes the grab on the left side. Can anyone catch him? Touchdown, Buckeyes! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Looking for a productive play on first down. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Throws to the wideout. And that's a mistake you don't expect to see from a senior, and he is lucky to get it back. The margin for error so small in a conference like this, and in Big Ten play, really imperative to get off to a good start.
We really focus on all offseason getting off to such a great start, right? Start fast. Win our conference. Well, this is step one. And so I think you're so tired of hitting your own color jerseys, by the way. You're excited when you get in conference play. You start to get some of that familiarity, some of that also that hatred that you have for these other teams. So the Big Ten is a fun conference.
Yeah, and you know both of these teams, their players have had this game circled all offseason because this is the first one. This is the first step towards winning a Big Ten championship. Both teams feel like they've got the playmakers to compete in conference this year, but it all starts today.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Using the quick game. At the 40, there he goes. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. And Ohio State makes a ton of highlights with the big pass plays, but this defense has turned in its share over the years, too.
So many guys that we could go back. The Bosa brothers, Chase Young, just recently, the guys that they put their hand in the dirt.
He's got it inside the 15. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. The field position was bad. The finish was great. Great way to answer that poor field position.
Poor field position, no problem. How about it? Great job by the offensive coordinator. This offense getting in a good rhythm early, even backed up, even in a predictable situation. Great job coming out.
Fielded in the end zone. It's West. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Weaves his way ahead and gets 5 out to the 18-yard line.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Trying to impose their will with the run. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain.
That's a really nice run right there. And one of the things I love about him, he runs with such physicality and with the toughness. Do you think Woody Hayes, the great Ohio State coach, would have loved to have this guy in his backfield? His running style just marries so well with that. When you think about Ohio State and their tradition at running back, right? With all the athletes they've had throughout the decades, this guy was meant to play in the shoe.
On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. And the Buckeyes headed quickly to the line. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And then coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field. And it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. From the gun, wants to pass. Time to take a shot. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
I love the job in coverage defensively there. A lot of people probably thinking they're going to throw for it short considering what the down and distance was, but they were aware they were able to force the incompletion, and now we got 4th down.
The Buckeyes will bring the punt team onto the field. He'll take it on the return. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
After missing the connection last time, it's 2nd and 10 from the 22. Back to pass, it's Drones. Feeling some heat. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like...
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Slips through the line. Bottled him up. Not a whole lot of room to run on that return, and that's how this period will come to an end.
Virginia Tech, 14. Ohio State, 7.
First down to start the drive after the break. He's going to pass. Finds his man. It's Martin. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Hey, guys, this running back's not just catching checkdowns or swing routes. You can get him vertically down the field and let him go to work, especially when you get man coverage. Take advantage.
He's looking for an open man on second down. Quickly complete. The Buckeyes brought to the ground, but not before picking up the first. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Running to the left. Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
On second down, he'll let it fly. He makes a catch. Cuts onto the tight ends. Inline, flexed out, split out. They can do a little bit of everything.
They really can, and they're asked to block a lot of the times too. But I tell you what, all the wide receivers out wide, the fancy toys, the fancy spread. Don't forget about that tight end. He does a little bit of everything, and then you reward the big fella throwing the ball, and he catches. So he really can do a little bit of everything in an offense.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner goes down. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. And you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Now on second down. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Buys a little time. He's going to run it. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
It's so nice to be an offense on second down in short yardage situations. Why? I can take shots. If I want to, I can just act like I'm going to run and try to get the first down, take a deep shot down the field. I can run the football. The whole playbook is open to my disposal.
Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. He puts some heat on that one down the middle. Fires and picked off.
Well, I love the job by the coaching staff there defensively, matching the personnel of the offense, putting their dime package out on the field. So you bring out the extra defensive back, you're anticipating a pass, perfect timing to run that personnel, and you get the pick.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets it. Oh, it's out. Oh, look what I found. The offense keeps it. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Nothing but green ahead. He's at the 10. Waltzes into the end zone, but he might be dancing the other way. There's a flag on the field. That celebration turned sour quickly after they saw that flag, and it wiped out the big play and the touchdown. Wants to throw on second down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Got him downfield. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Looking for space. It's Martin. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. That's caught. It's Martin. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now 1st and goal. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. And the Buckeyes look to keep this drive humming. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their 1st of the half. 2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Trying to punch it in. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the 1st half.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
To the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. That drive covered 62 yards for the touchdown. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Drones. Steps away. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw.
On 2nd down, looking to throw. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And he makes the catch inside the 25. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the 1st down. They'll try to get it off quickly. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. And he's got it! Touchdown, Hokies!
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Phil, is a very interesting scene playing out right now in this marquee top 25 matchup. Kansas is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Big J isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 7 over Missouri. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, second down coming. He's looking to throw. Getting some heat. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He lets it fly. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. The Buckeyes will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Trying to get to it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. To the air. It's drones. They're bringing heat. Blasted as he lets it go. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. The Hokies will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Looking for a block. It's West. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They'll throw it on 1st down. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
Man, the defense is making it tough on this quarterback early. They already have an interception. They almost came away with another one there. They're doing a great job reading his eyes and breaking on the ball.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. This will likely be the last play of the half. He's looking to throw it. Oh, he wants it all. And he's got it inside the 10. They finally get him stopped. Man, oh man, did he almost make a play to end this half, but stopped on a touchdown-saving tackle. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Buckeyes will boot it away to start the second half. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
On the option. And the ball is free on the pitch. And the ball goes out of bounds. They'll keep possession, but boy, they have to deal with a huge loss on that one. You want to talk about hearts and throats when that ball was on the ground? The offense recovered its own fumble. Going to take a shot. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Drones. He'll take another shot here. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody on the back end expecting throw. And that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
Running it back, it's West. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Looking for space, it's Martin. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on 1st down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good 2nd down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Gonna let it fly. Brings it in down the left side. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage like that. Now you're able to attack and try to get a touchdown on this drive.
I can't wait to see next, Reese, if this offensive coordinator and play caller decides to keep his foot down on the pedal and maybe take another shot now that they're in the red zone.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating a loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
They make the stop after a pickup of 3. Ball's at the 18. Here on 3rd down, you might want to protect the field goal, but you have to stay aggressive. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. And that one will give them the lead.
Ohio State. Number 11. Hall's in the end zone.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going. Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot. And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
And the Hokies with the 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Drones. Looking for his man. On target over the middle. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. The Hokies want to pick up the tempo.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it.
Looking for the end zone. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing, he's working defensively. You got to figure something out. You got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot. He's on so much fire. You might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody. Live with the results because everything else ain't working anyways.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Back to the ground with the running back. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. Wants to go up top. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the third quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
And the returner will be knocked down.
And your Virginia Tech Hokies will take over 1st and 10.
And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there.
You see it in football all the time, right? I get a matchup on the outside. You want to try to play man coverage? I'm going to let my wide receiver try to go up and make a play. A lot of times the wide receiver wins. Not this time.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Ball spotted at the 29. Here they come on 3rd and short. Scanning the field, it's Drones. He looks that one in nicely. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
He'll keep it himself. Quarterback has to protect himself. Gets down with the slide. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Use the play fake, now to throw. Makes the catch, it's Mason. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. On the option. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Hoping to help their kicker out with a few yards on 3rd down, because from here it would be a 58-yarder. Snap it to the back. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
Yeah, you start day 1 of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
And the Hokies will line it up on 1st and 10. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. He'll pitch it. A tremendous run. He was full bore after taking that pitch. Just sweet execution. Timeout called by the defense is their first of the half, as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. This quarterback part of their running game. Shakes off the tackle. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And this offense can just about haste taking the lead in the fourth quarter, but you do want to be careful not to score too quickly. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
He bullies his way all the way down. Yard line.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next third down, try to force the opponent into a field goal, that's a win if you're on defense.
If they can get it into the end zone here, they can really turn up the heat in this one. 3rd and goal. Steps away to find some room. He was thinking touchdown on the scramble, but they're able to stop him short of the end zone.
What a 3rd down stop by this defense. 3rd down and goal, no problem. You know that guy. Every time he touches the football, you hold your breath because he's so dynamic at the quarterback spot. They were ready, and they forced the 4th and goal.
They'll keep the kicker on the sideline, and the offense will try to get it done with a touchdown in the 4th quarter on 4th and goal. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Hey, he looks short of that play, and the quarterback sneak is such an easy play, and you trust it because the quarterback gets the ball right away, but that defensive line was having none of it. Failed 4th down. Big-time stop for this defense.
The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half. Tie game here with just a few minutes to go. From the gun, to give, looking for room.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
The clock stops. 2 minutes left to play in this one. 8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Leaves it with the back. At the 20, he's got space. Open runway ahead. The 40. The 30. Past the 10. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
What a great game, tied late in the ball game. Who's going to make the big play? They come up with it late, take the lead. Nice execution. It's hard to execute in these moments. People get tight. The score is tied late in the game. I don't want to mess up, but this offense doesn't worry about messing up. They put the ball in the end zone and take the lead.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. A really disappointing end to that last drive, David. Getting stopped on 4th and goal, they'll try to regroup.
Yeah, and I think I'm preaching to my squad right now. Listen, we drove the ball down the field. We didn't just punch it in. Let's put another drive together, Jesse, and this time, let's get some points.
You're right, because there were a lot of positives on that. They did a lot of things really well. They just got to do a better job finishing.
They couldn't draw up a better way to start a drive, and now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 41. And the tackle is made, but there has been a flag thrown.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. After getting moved back, it's 1st and 20. Quarterback will keep it. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right, and having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
Throws for the tight end. It's caught. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
Man, we've seen it in this game. Even though his team is losing, this guy, time and time again, has been answering the bell. He's been throwing dimes all game long, and he comes up with another big completion there.
And defensively, I'm going to continue to think pass. They've trusted him all game long. He hasn't let him down. I'm playing for the pass. I'll react to everything else.
Finds the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. They want to run this quarterback. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
QBs that can run completely change your game plan. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand, now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, you know, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the 4th quarter.
Looking at a 2nd and short now. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Tackled after picking up the first down. Offense will use a timeout. 19 seconds left in the game.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
Still looking on the move. Going for it all. He fires back across the field, and it's intercepted. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
Aggressive versus reckless. It's such a fine line when you're trailing and you need to make plays late in the game. The offense was reckless, turned the football over, and this one doesn't look great.
Shadow of the goalpost looming. 1st and 10 from their own 1, just looking for breathing room. Give to the fullback. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Brings up 2nd down.
It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get the close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling the close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.